Israeli workers went on strike Monday starting at 6 a.m., following a Sunday announcement by Histadrut head Arnon Bar David. The strike and other protests come following the announcement that the bodies of 6 hostages had been retrieved from Gaza. Read on for a summary of which institutions are participating in the strike and what will remain open. In an attempt to prevent the strike, Attorney General Gali Baharav Miera appealed to the state attorney overnight, instructing it to contact the labor court for injunctions. In parallel, the state attorney's office also submitted a request to halt the strike on behalf of Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich and with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's consent. The strike is political and was announced against the law. We are asking for a temporary order on a unilateral basis, the statement read. Places on strike health system hospitals will operate on Shabbat mode, but the health insurance funds will function as usual. The Israel Medical Association has permitted doctors who feel working is against their conscience to go on strike. In local councils that have announced a strike, kindergartens will not open. Similarly, elementary and middle schools in these areas will operate on a partial schedule, closing at 11:45 a.m. Daycare centers, however, will operate as usual. Education kindergartens and special needs schools will operate as usual, and their transportation arrangements will continue to function. The Welfare and Social Services Ministry's special education institutions will also not participate in the strike. Universities are also set to strike. Attempts will be made to hold exams, which are set to take place today. Transportation, the bus companies Dan, Egged, and Metropolitan, as well as the light rail in Jerusalem and the Carmelite in Haifa, will be shut down. Light rail services in Tel Aviv are also set to be disrupted. Ben Gurion Airport is set to strike for 2 hours, between 8 and 10 a.m. While the Israel Aviation Authority appears on the list of places that will strike, the airport stated that it will be open for departures and landings on Monday. It recommended that passengers remain updated via flight schedules and airline announcements. Stay updated with the latest news. Subscribe to the Jerusalem Post newsletter. Subscribe now. Governmental services. The municipalities of Haifa, Tel Aviv, and Givatayim will not grant service to the public. The Population and Immigration Authority, the Israel Securities Authority, the Israel Post, and the Federation of Local Authorities are all set to strike. The Israel Electric Corporation will operate on Shabbat mode. Private sector, the shopping malls Big, Sarona, and Azrieli are set to be closed until 12 p.m. Many high-tech companies have joined the strike as well. What will operate? Shipments for perishable goods and medications at ports. The Fire and Rescue Authority. Megan David Adam, MDA, Retail and Food Services. Israel Railways. Additional institutions, as determined by professional unions, will also be operational. A number of local authorities have announced that they will not participate in the strike. These include Jerusalem, Ashdod, Netanya, Ramel, Dimona, Bnei Brak, Beit Shemesh, Nedavat, Nahariya, Sderot, Holon, Petah Tikva, Safed, Ariel, Catherine, Kiryat Yam, Kiryat Motzkin, Kiryat Bialik, Kiryat Gat, Mitzpe Ramon, Arad, Mael Adumim, Migdal Haemek, Harish, Nahal Sorek, Shlomi, Yeruam, Beit Shean, and Malat Tarshiha, as well as localities in the West Bank. This is an article from the Jerusalem Post at September 2, 2024. Please check the link at the description. Pictures gotten from internet and may not correlate with the audio. If you liked the video, please subscribe. Thank you for listening.